As you know, on the local footy show, we love delving into the past. We love catching up with the champions of the past. Benny caught up with a beauty recently.
Yeah, Dax, we dug up some exclusive footage of John Perry, Premiership player with Richmond, went to North Melbourne, having some specialised kicking practice. Elite footballer practising his kicking. We caught up with him to talk about it. John Perry played 81 games of VFL football with Richmond and North Melbourne, including this grand final and Premiership with Richmond in 1967. This footage, exclusive to the local footy show, shows John practising his kicking 50 years ago. What was John's reaction to it all?
It had me stunned, I tell you. But I noticed my short hair, and I was in national service at the time, and I was posted back here to Wodonga, Bandiana, and it would have been late 65 or pre-season 66. Bloody drop kick. Bloody drop kicks. Fair dinkum. They didn't last long, did they?
No, but you were executing them all right. What did you think of your style back then?
Listen, I knew how to get the ball. That wasn't one of my worries, but kicking it, yeah, I was renowned for my crook kicking, but that looked quite good. I looked all right there. I was under no pressure at all, but I was surprised, and I haven't seen anything like that before, Ian, because it was 50 years ago.
Do you remember it being taken?
No, not at all. I know the guy who's tackling me and chasing after me, and is a guy that I grew up with, but he looks so different now, though. I suppose we all do. David Schultz, yeah, great mate, still a great mate.
Tell us a bit about your kicking and your kicking style back then.
Oh, left footers are known to swing the leg a bit. I remember early 70 when I went to North Melbourne that Ron Bracey tabooed drop kicks. No more drop kicks because they were too inconsistent with the effect wasn't good enough. It surprised me that I was doing all right there. Yeah, the old drop kick. That's 50 years, Ian. Next month it'll be 60 years since national service. Remember the 2-year national service? Yeah, and I was in the very first intake. So that takes me back to 1965, early 66, I'd say, at the Albury Sports Ground.
What about the way you dropped the ball onto your foot?
Well, a couple of times it was okay. I executed it pretty well. But a few times there I noticed my dropping it from too high up, particularly towards the end. Maybe you get a little bit tired and a little bit nonchalant. And the first ones you do everything properly, you know what I mean? You try to put on a bit of a show, I suppose. But I can't remember it happening. Not that I'm losing it at all, but I just can't remember it. But I'm very proud of it, actually. I'm proud that I'm going to be able to show my kids and my grandkids.
You played at Richmond, then transferred to North Melbourne?
Yeah. I had 6 at Richmond and 5 at North. Just left after some great years. Not personally, but the club had some great years. A couple of premierships included. I was lucky enough to be in one in 67. Went to North Melbourne for better opportunities. Both great clubs, great people. Football people are great people.
After that, you came back up to Wodonga?
I had a couple of years in a pub in Williamstown, played with Tony and Jill at Caulfield, and then I came back to the Blazing Stump Hotel, our family hotel here at Wodonga. That was 33 plus 7, what's that, 40 years ago now, since I came back. Had the pub for 33 years, sold it about 7 years ago.
But you played football here in Wodonga, for Wodonga?
Oh, strike me pink, that's another story. Yep, coached. The year I came back, 77. First game at Myrtleford, hospital, 16 weeks. I'm very lucky. I'm a lucky boy. A lot of stomach operations, 4. Never went near a ball after that because I was fairly fragile. A stray kick could have killed me. You know, if someone ran into me at the night or a missed kick into my guts, I could have been euchred. So unfortunately, that was it. But I'm very proud to say that I helped Wodonga Demons get out of the Tlangata League to become Wodonga Raiders in the Ovens of Murray. And we built a wonderful ground out Wodonga West. And we got that mainly, I think, through my connection with Brian Dixon, the Youth Sport Rec Minister at the time, and Orbit Wodonga, the growth city. So I've been able to put back into footy on an admin side and development side. But yeah, coaching was only lasted one quarter, unfortunately.
So what did you get out of footy in the end?
Friendship. And watching what's happening in Melbourne within the pub caper, and I brought that to Wodonga. We borrowed a lot of money and developed the Blazing Stump into the best pub in country Victoria. A little bit biased, but it was.